Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabansi, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, my name is Charles Sabansi. My handle is CTABANZ. If you want to follow the channel, same name as the channel, Dreamers Pro. And also, if you want today's full show before it comes out on YouTube, it's streaming on the Dreamers Pro podcast. We have it for free. Pinned in the comments below. Anyway, let me get into this show right here. Yesterday, it was a pretty big game for me. I know some mofos didn't give a damn, but I gave a damn. Why? Because yesterday, there was a game between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. Now, as you guys know, the Dallas Mavericks historically have always been a tough matchup for the Clippers, but Kawhi Leonard and these guys have always beat them in the playoffs. Nevertheless, they've been a very tough matchup, especially with Luka Doncic being able to take advantage of those switches that they do on those switches when they used to switch to Zubac or Patrick Beverley or Lou Williams and stuff like that in the past, right? And he's really had his way with the team, so he's always been a very tough cover for the Clippers historically, right? And he always plays well. So they had this game in Dallas. They had just won 8 games in a row, which means that they were going for 9 games in a row, and their streak was on the line. Now, if the Clippers lost, it didn't really matter because they've been playing really well. So if they lost that game, they would have been what 8-2 out of their last 10 games. So I'd be like, okay, fine. But I wanted them to win. So they went into that game, and I was watching the game. In the first half, they were up big, right? They were playing very well, but then the Dallas Mavericks started to rally in that towards the end of the second half. The second quarter, and then Tim Hardaway Jr. hit a pretty big free. Somebody, by the way, somebody bet me $1,000 that I didn't watch the game. I did watch the game, so how do I get my $1,000, please? How do I get my $1,000? Since you're ready to bet me $1,000, I would like my $1,000, please. Please let me know how I'm supposed to be able to do it. I need to leave an email because you were so sure. Because when I was sitting down on the couch watching the game at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, you were sitting right next to me watching the game, right? But anyway, I digress. So Clippers played fantastically well in the first half. And then what happened? In the second half, it was an absolutely different ball game. Totally different ball game. And what do you call it? The Dallas Mavericks began to rally, right? And when I say rally, I'm talking about they really started rallying. To give you guys some more in-depth information about this, I want to give you guys the box score. In the first half, the Clippers scored 67 points on 59% shooting from the field, 43.8% shooting from the three, 93% from the free throw line. The Dallas Mavericks scored 56 points on 41.7% shooting from the field, 42.9%. Now let me give you guys the data what happened in the third quarter. In that third quarter, right, Clippers had a lead. In the third quarter, the Clippers only scored 18 points on 38% shooting, 36.8% shooting from the field on 12.5% shooting from the three. The Dallas Mavericks shot 42% from the field, and then in that quarter, they scored 27. So they actually outscored them by 9 points. Then in the fourth quarter, things started to even out. And in that fourth quarter, I'm not going to lie to you, it was a very, very close game. And the Clippers just fought, and they kept on fighting. And then the best player on the floor stood up. And who's the best player? It was Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard then proceeds to go in the fourth quarter, going 4-6 from the field, shooting 66.7% from the field, and scoring 10 points with 2 made free throws. He had one rebound, 2 assists, and 0 turnovers. And the Clippers ended up outscoring the Dallas Mavericks 35-28. And he came up big, especially towards the end of the game. He started hitting very big plays. And if I look at the total box score, he finished the game off with 30 points on 54% shooting from the field. He did not shoot very well from the three, shot 16.7%, which is unlike him because he's been shooting very well from the three this season. But he did get 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and had 0 turnover, right? So he didn't hurt his team from that standpoint. And I was absolutely elated. Now, I want to address another point because we've had some people on the channel, I guess these are diehard Clipper fans that have been questioning my allegiance. When the Clippers initially made the trade for James Harden, I was amongst the people that did not think it would work. And I thought that it was totally unnecessary because the Clippers at the time had the best 3-man lineup in the NBA with Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. So I didn't see the need for it. And then when they did go out there and pull off that trade, what did they do? They decided that they were going to have a starting lineup that was comprised of Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Ivica Zubac. And I said, this is going to be an absolute disaster. And that's exactly what it turned out to be. They ended up losing 5 games in a row with Harden. And I said that the only way this thing is going to work, either Harden or Russell Westbrook needs to go to the bench. Then Russell Westbrook stood up, being the leader that he is, and said, hey, listen, I elect to go to the bench for the betterment of the team. The minute that happened, we made a video about it, and I said I expect the Clippers to start playing well. I said that. Now, what has happened since Russell Westbrook decided to go to the bench and what's happening now? If I told you I foresaw this happening, it would be a total lie because I did not. I did not see this team being so good. That's why when they went on a 2-game winning streak, 3-game winning streak, 4-game, I was like, I'm not talking about it because I don't know. Maybe it's fool's gold. But when they went to 5, when they went to 6, when they went to 7, 8, 9, I'm like, no, I got to talk about it. And then some Clipper fans were like, no, you get jumping on the bandwagon. And I said, listen, unless you guys want somebody that's going to sit up here and pacify you guys and lie to you, then you're in the wrong channel. If the Clippers are not playing well, I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out. If they are playing well, I will acknowledge them. I am not going to risk looking like a bozo to the rest of my audience to pacify a certain set of Clipper fans that want me to just say nice things and make excuses when they lose. I'm being fair and balanced. When they play well, you congratulate them. When they don't, you don't make excuses. You call it exactly like that's how you maintain your respect from other people within the audience. Because if you turn out just being one of those guys who's going to sit up here, twerk it up all over the place for your favorite team and your favorite players, but then be going hard at other players and other teams, they're going to be like, this guy's not serious. And I don't want to be that type of commentator. And if that means me jumping off the bandwagon, I don't care. I'm going to call it exactly like I see it. Now I'm praising them because they deserved it. And I'm also saying James Harden is exceeding my ex. I didn't see him playing as well. Someone asked me this morning, they sent me a message on Instagram. They're like, how good do you think this team can be? And I said, I don't know. I don't know, because I'd be lying to say if I did, because I didn't foresee this. They are playing at a level that I cannot believe. I cannot believe how well these guys are gelling. I cannot believe it. And I got to say this, and I was thinking about it yesterday. I'm saying usually in the past, teams like the Mavericks really used to give the Clippers headache. But James Harden presents something that he's just a problematic player to defend. He just is for some teams, and he wreaks all kind of havoc on the court with his ability to draw fouls, hit open players, his ability to pass, which is incredible. If I'm being honest, it's incredible. He's a better passer than Russell Westbrook. He is a extremely talented passer. Like, it's not even close. They have not. I think the last time the Clippers had a player this good at the point guard position was Chris Paul. It's unreal. And he's improving his defense. The team has improved defensively. And he's 6'5". He may not have the lateral quickness, but you can see him hustling on defense. And if you try to post him, he can defend you. If you try to put a big body on him, he can hold his own. When Luka tried to post him yesterday, he could hold his own because James Harden's a big boy. So to me, listen, this team, I don't even know where they can go at this point. I don't know. I don't know what the ceiling is. I don't know. But if they keep playing like this, everyone is going to be forced to take notice of it, which brings me to the real point of this show here, which is Kawhi Leonard. I've been saying over the last few days that Kawhi Leonard needs to be in the MVP conversation. And I'm going to continue to say it louder. Early this season, did y'all hear me mention Kawhi Leonard to be in the MVP conversation? No, you didn't. I'm not like these other clown-ass creators that will find any reason to put their favorite players in the MVP discussion knowing that they damn well don't deserve it. Their team could be the 7th seed in their conference. Well, if it wasn't for this player, I'm not doing that. The reason I believe Kawhi Leonard needs to be in the MVP conversation is because he is earning it. Let me give you guys some data about Kawhi Leonard over the last 10 games. This is according to StatMuse. Kawhi over the last 10 games is averaging 28.7 points per game, 6.1 rebounds, 3.7 assists. He's shooting 60% from the field, 60.5% from the field, 52% from the three-point line, and 94% from the free throw line. What in a plus minus of 10? Who's putting up numbers like this with this level of efficiency? Those are his numbers over the last 10. Now, his regular season stats are not catching up to these last 10 games because of how he started off, but he's beginning to skew towards that direction. On the regular season, he's scoring 24.4 points per game on 52% shooting, shooting 42.9% from the free throw line, from the three-point line, while shooting 87%. But I want to get to some other people. Because I've been heard, oh, no, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, here's some fun facts. Joel Embiid is putting up a monstrous 35 points per game on 54% shooting, 33% from the field. These are gaudy numbers. But Kawhi Leonard is winning as well. I think the Philadelphia 76ers have won they're 7-10 out of the last. They're 7-3 out of the last 10. They won one in a row. Right, one in a row. They've won one game. Clippers have won 9 in a row. Some people say, well, Kawhi Leonard has played more games than Joel Embiid. Kawhi's played 27. Joel Embiid has played 25. Let's look at other MVP candidates. Nikola Jokic, he's played 28. Kawhi Leonard's played 28. And his team has a slightly better record than the Clippers. His team is what? 19-10. The Clippers are 17-10. But they didn't have a major transplant take place throughout this season like the Clippers did. And the Clippers right now are the number 4 seed in the Western Conference. Luka Doncic is putting up great numbers as well. He's played 26 games, but Kawhi Leonard has a better record, and he's beat him more times head up. So to me, I'm not saying Kawhi Leonard should be the MVP. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, however, is he should be in the conversation. And if he can't be in the conversation, no one else can. No one else deserves to be. Now, you may say, oh, Joel Embiid is a front runner. No problem. No problem. I'll concede that to you. But to say he shouldn't be a part of the conversation, you lose me. He absolutely deserves to be in the conversation because the number one reason people have used in the past, and I understand, is, oh, well, he doesn't play games. We cannot use that excuse this time. We cannot. He has been playing games this season, and we're talking about this season. And some people said, oh, well, you got to give him the benefit because he got to lose, and nobody wants to give the Clippers the benefit. So why did we give Nikola Jokic the benefit of the doubt all of those years when he was winning regular season MVPs and he had never won anything in the finals? Why did we give him the benefit of the doubt? Why did we give Joel Embiid the benefit of the doubt last year? What has Joel Embiid won in the playoffs? Nothing. But when it comes to Kawhi turn, well, we don't want to come on, stop. Give it up. Give it up when it's due. Give it up. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.